Today I'm going to be making a large batch of super moisturizing whipped body butter. I'm going to be using cocoa butter, pretty much the whole bar. This is a 1 pound bar, but I did use some of it in a previous cream that I made. But I weighed it and it's pretty much just a little less than a pound there. About a 1/4 cup of almond oil. So almond oil is super moisturizing. It's packed with vitamin E. It has great anti-aging properties, and it also helps to tighten your skin. And it also absorbs really well in your skin, so that's why I'm going to be using that. And I'm also going to be using shea nut oil. I really love shea nut oil. As you can see, it does solidify if it's in colder weather, so you have to keep this pretty warm if you want to use it, or maybe you could warm it up before you use it. But other than that, it's pretty liquidy and it's really, really nice and moisturizing. Cocoa butter and shea butter is loaded with fatty acids, omega-3 fatty acids and omega-6 fatty acids, which keep your skin young and moisturized. So I really love those butters. So it's just these 3 ingredients that I'm going to be using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up my bar. I would do the double broiler method, but I'm just going to microwave it for a few seconds and see how that works. I'll let you know how long it took to microwave it, but the double boiler method is the best way to do it. So here's the bar. It's super, super nutty smelling. It smells really good. And I'm just going to place that in my bowl. So I actually decided to go with the double boiler method, and I'm just going to let it melt on here, because the microwave, I just was scared it was going to burn. So I would not suggest using the microwave if you're using this much cocoa butter. So just this way should be a little better. It'll take a while, probably like 10 to 15 minutes, but you can help it along. And you definitely don't want the liquid to be boiling. You don't want to burn it. So my cocoa butter has melted, and now I'm just blending it. There's still some chunks in there, so I've been trying to get them to break apart. And remember, make sure that your liquid is not hot so this doesn't splash at you. And you can also wait until it's completely melted. I just like it to be have a little bit of texture. And these bits that I have in there will eventually melt away. I just didn't want my liquid to get too hot or to scorch. So I'd rather them just melt this way. So this looks good. I'll do some more blending after. So it looks like it is the way I want it. So what I'm going to do now is add my oils. So I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of almond oil. And these oils are what keep this cocoa butter from getting hard. So if you have to add more, which I probably will anyway, but I'm just going by these measurements now. And this is shea nut oil. Actually, I think I will add 1 more quarter cup of shea nut oil because this is a lot of cocoa butter. And then mix this up. So that should be well mixed. Before I put this in the freezer, I'm just going to add some more, because I'm thinking about it. Cocoa butter is does get pretty hard, and I don't want that. I want like a nice soft lotion that I have when I make my shea butter lotions or whipped body butters. So I'm going to add some more almond oil. I'm going to add another quarter cup. And just give it another mix. So it's 1 bar of cocoa butter, which is 1 pound of cocoa butter, and a half a cup of almond oil, sweet almond oil, and a half a cup of shea nut oil. So then I'm going to put this in the freezer for 10 to 20 minutes till it gets a little hard, and then I'm going to whip it up again. So this is after 15 minutes in the freezer. I broke it a few times just to see if it was fully frozen. I don't want it fully solid because I do need to beat it with the blender. So that's what I'm going to do now. Just slowly break down the sides. Scrape down the sides a little. So you don't want it to get too frozen. You want there to be some liquid inside to help blend, or to help it to be easier to blend. And just keep scraping down the sides. spatula again. So you want to whip it on high. So, pretty much done with that. And here's a really nice body butter. With all of the oil that I added, it will stay moist. But if yours gets hard, then just heat it up before you use it, or melt it between your hands. But this is a really nice texture. Just make sure that there's no lumps. So I'm just going to place this inside of some containers and give this out to some friends and family and keep some for myself. So I hope you like this recipe, and I hope you give it a try, because this is really super moisturizing and great for your dry skin or for keeping your skin nice and young looking. What I like to do is I like to put on some body oil, like a thin layer of body oil, and then top it, like seal it in with the whipped body butter. You could even do that with your face. If you put on any face oils, you can seal it in with any kind of shea butter that you make for your face, or even cocoa butter. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.